get my little pot of vitamin D capsules. We're not getting sun here, okay? And I'm a tropical gal. My tropical body does not do well. We all need the D. Hey honeys, welcome to my channel. I'm Jenna, and today I'm bringing you a pros and cons review video of the Saint Laurent Small Loulou bag. This is a bag that I purchased back in November 2020, and it's one that I've fallen in love with. I'm so excited to share with you what I love about this bag, and also a few little things I wish I could change about it. This is a bag that I researched a lot about before making the decision purchase, so I hope you find this video helpful too if you're making that purchase decision now as well. Check out the timestamps below for more specific aspects of the bag, and I hope I can address any questions that you have. Without further ado, let's get started. The first and most obvious pro for me is the general aesthetic that this bag serves. Can we just take a moment to admire what a beauty she is? I chose the dark beige color for this bag. I did have my concerns about how dark it showed up on the website and on pictures, but I do think the color in real life is an absolute dream. It's not too warm toned and it's not too cool toned. It's a perfect neutral, and it matches just about any shade of beige or brown or neutral tones that you have, so don't worry about it clashing. Now this gorgeous beige babe is 100% calfskin and comes in the really puffy, smushy leather, and you can really feel the quality, which is obviously a huge part of the aesthetic. You also have the antique gold hardware in the YSL initials up front, in the chain strap, and on the rivets. Is that what they're called? Anyways, these things, you can just see the detail in terms of the Saint Laurent stamped into the hardware. And I find that this antique gold carries more brassy undertones, which makes it easier to match, again, your accessories and with your hardware, instead of being as bold perhaps as a pure yellow gold, which I find sometimes really annoying to pair accessories with. So I think overall it has a very muted, classic look that's super easy to pair, and that is one of my favorite things about this bag, just the overall appearance and how wearable it is. The second pro lies in the versatility and comfort of this bag. This is mainly down to the double chain strap that we can see here. This bag comes with two leather shoulder straps that really make it comfortable to wear. You can see the attention to detail with the Saint Laurent printed on the shoulder straps as well. When it lies on the shoulder, it doesn't dig in at all. I really appreciate that they've added this little touch to the bag. The bag itself is surprisingly light when not filled to the brim, so in general it's really comfortable to wear. The Small Loulou is listed as a shoulder bag, so the most obvious way to wear it is to have the straps doubled up and swung over the shoulders like so. And as you can see, it's beautiful against the body, it doesn't puff out too much, and it's so comfortable to wear, easy and ready to go. This is such a classic look, and I think you can really dress it up or down depending on the clothes you're wearing. I think the hardware gives it a little touch of elegance as well. I really love how it looks as a shoulder bag. The second way to wear it is to pull down on the strap and wear it crossbody. Now the crossbody look, although convenient, falls under a con for me for this bag. As you can see, the strap does come down very low on my body, below my hips. I'm 5'2" at a push, so obviously quite small in stature, but I do wish that it just came a little higher up on my body. That being said, this won't be a con for you if you're a little taller or you prefer to have the crossbody a bit lower on your hip. I do also find when I'm wearing thicker outer layers like a big coat, the bag tends to sit a little higher just because how bulky the clothes I'm wearing are, so it's not a huge issue. I do prefer wearing it on the shoulder anyways, and it's a convenient option to have when I need to have my hands free. Another big pro is the size of this bag, and it really contributes to the functionality of it. So the YSL Loulou is a very popular line, and it's carried in, I believe, 3 sizes at the moment. You have the miniature toy Lulu size, you have this, the small, and also the medium size. Now I think the small size is perfect for me. As I mentioned, I'm quite short, so in terms of stature, it doesn't overwhelm my frame when I wear it. I do also think it's big enough to carry all my everyday essentials and a little more sometimes. Now the bag opens up like this, and as you can see inside, there are 3 main compartments, and the one in the middle has a zip. So I think this is a really great way to divide up the bag. I personally really like it. I know some people complain that this affects how much you can fit in. I think overall the size of the bag negates this issue. At the back as well, you also have a little flap compartment to slip any notes or, I don't know, little bits and bobs in there. To give you a little idea of the capacity of this bag, which I was very pleasantly surprised by, I've got a few things with me to show you in terms of what can fit inside. Here I have the trusty baby boy pochette from my Louis Vuitton multi-pochette accessoire. I recently uploaded an in-depth review of the multi-pochette. If you're interested in finding out more about that bag, make sure to check out the video. As I mentioned in my other video, this baby pochette packs a real punch. To give you an idea of what can fit inside, I've got a little perfume spray bottle, which I use as a hand sanitizer bottle. I have my nasal spray, I have lipstick, little moisturizer tubs. They're all in there, right? So this carries all my daily toiletry essentials. This fits straight in there, no problem. And it perfectly takes up the front compartment with quite a lot of room to spare on top and behind. I live in the UK and you never know when the showers are going to hit you, so we always have to bring a brolly out. This is from Bradley London and it's super cute with the little doggo print. Can you believe this also fits in here? Mind you, it does stretch out the sides of the bag a tiny bit, but I do carry it out with me sometimes, so here we are. Gosh. As you can see, that also fits nicely, although slightly at an angle. I really don't want to force it in there. Here I also have the long card holder from the Louis Vuitton Felicie pochette. This contains all my cards, my ID, and it also has a little slot for cash. This is so handy and I love using this to switch in between my bags. However, it is quite lengthy, so it doesn't fit into some of my smaller bags. She fits right in there in the front with the baby pochette. And again, there's still room to go. I also have my trusty crusty iPhone XS, which slots straight in there. Some masks, because this is the day and age we live in now. Let's just pop them in the zipped compartment for now. While we're here, might as well slide my Kindle in there as well. I've currently been doing a 52-week book challenge with my boyfriend, which is quite self-explanatory, reading a book every week in a year. I'm very behind in terms of the schedule, but I am committed to doing it. This as well, she just pops right in there in the front. I have to say I've packed her pretty full already. I do feel like we can get a little more in there. Let's get my little pot of vitamin D capsules. We're not getting sun here, okay? And I'm a tropical gal. My tropical body does not do well, and I definitely feel quite a lot of fatigue in general. So taking some vitamin D has really boosted my energy levels recently, especially through the winter. We all need the D. She just snaps shut. Wow. She really does surprise me sometimes. As you can see, there's a tiny bit of a bulge up front, but otherwise, you know, nothing on the other side. She's a bit hefty now, I have to say, but I'm very, very impressed with how much she can hold, and she is just truly wonderful when it comes to capacity. Another pro of this bag I'd like to share is the price. Don't get me wrong, I did pay a pretty penny for this. Saint Laurent is still very high in terms of price, but I did manage to get this bag at a discount. When I bought this bag back in the autumn of 2020, Saint Laurent had just had a price increase, which was so frustrating, but I was, you know, scouting the market. I was looking online. I got this through Farfetch at a 10% discount from a code, and I also got some more credit off as an offer from my credit card. So overall, I paid about £300 less than the retail price, which was £1,570 at the time. It was definitely difficult to part ways with my money, but I think I still got a bargain when it came to this bag. For the price, I do think this bag has a really high quality finish, and I don't regret spending my hard-earned money at all. So I've spoken a little bit about the finishings and the attention to detail on the hardware and on the leather strap. The quality of the leather is just amazing, but also the durability has surprised me. I've not had the bag for too long, but I'm also not the most careful with my bag, so it's not had any signs of wear so far. Been in the rain a tiny bit. I know, I can't help it. Even with the doggy Brawly, yeah, I couldn't protect her fully, but no scratches or watermarks. I was also apprehensive of color transfer as well on the back because of the light color, but as you can see, nothing there as well. So for the price, this is truly a bag with really high quality finish. Moving on to the cons of this bag. To be honest, I really don't have any serious complaints. As aforementioned, there are so many pros to this bag. I do think, however, that the chain strap, personally, I would have liked it to be a little bit shorter when I wore it crossbody. Another thing that I found that slightly irks me is just the strength of this magnetic closure. You really have to kind of dig your fingers in there and pull up. The strength of the closure is obviously great because you don't want your bag popping open while you're walking around, but I do find that sometimes I have to tug quite hard. Also, when you close it, you do have to make sure that you match the closure up. When it does snap shut, but it's just that tiny extra second of lining up the magnet, if that makes sense. What else? It would have been nice to have a back pocket to slip my phone in or receipts and whatnot. I do think that the bag itself is relatively easy access in terms of the flap, and also there's so much capacity inside anyways, so it's not really that big of a con. It's just something that I would like to see. That concludes today's pros and cons video on the Saint Laurent Small Loulou bag. I definitely think that the pros outweigh the cons when it comes to this bag. I love the way that it looks. I'm in constant awe at its capacity, and I really appreciate that there are different ways to wear it with a chain strap and also the comfort of these straps. I really hope you found this video helpful. Make sure to like, comment, share, subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and do also let me know if you have any further questions in the comment section below. As always, please stay safe and take care of yourself and those around you. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, huns!